Two twin sisters stood inside a luxury airport. One had dark skin and a heart full of kindness. The other had white, shining skin and an attitude colder than stone. They looked similar in face, but destiny was about to expose the truth hidden inside their hearts when two hungry twin babies began to cry. Two twin sisters stood inside a luxury airport, surrounded by glass walls, golden lights, and the quiet confidence of wealth. One sister had dark skin and a heart full of kindness. The other had white, shining skin and an attitude that showed no patience for anyone around her. They looked similar in shape and age, but their souls were nothing alike, and destiny was already moving toward them silently. The dark-skinned sister stood calmly, holding her bag close, her eyes gentle and observant. She noticed people rushing, children pulling their parents' hands, and tired faces longing for rest. There was a natural softness in her presence, as if kindness was not something she tried to show, but something she lived with every breath. Beside her stood the white-skinned sister, flawless and sharp. Her fair skin reflected the airport lights, her expression cold and uninterested. She tapped her phone impatiently, clearly annoyed by the noise, the crowd, and the chaos of the place. In her mind, emotions were weakness, and caring for strangers was a waste of time. At that moment, the automatic glass doors opened, and a young luxury man entered the airport. He was about 25, tall, confident, wearing a perfectly fitted designer suit. His walk showed control, but his eyes carried a quiet sadness. Beside him rolled a high-end stroller, custom-made, elegant and expensive. Inside it sat his twin baby boys, dressed in matching luxury outfits. They looked like small reflections of each other. For a few seconds they were quiet. Then suddenly, as if connected by the same feeling, both babies began to cry loudly. Hungry cries echoed through the terminal, cutting through the calm atmosphere. The white-skinned sister reacted first, not with concern but irritation. She frowned, stepped slightly away, and crossed her arms. Her face showed clear discomfort, as if the crying disturbed her perfect moment. She didn't look at the babies with empathy, only annoyance. The dark-skinned sister turned instantly. Her heart responded before her mind. She stepped closer, her eyes softening as she saw the babies' red faces, shaking hands, and desperate tears. Their hunger was clear, and it touched something deep inside her. The young father tried to calm them, whispering softly, checking their things, but nothing worked. Stress filled his face. Finally, seeing a nearby luxury shop selling cakes and soft food, he carefully parked the stroller near the waiting area and rushed away to buy something for them. The babies cried louder. People walked past. Some stared, some ignored. The white-skinned sister stayed exactly where she was, emotionless, her body language saying she wanted no part in the situation. The dark-skinned sister knelt down. She opened her bag and took out a soft cake she had bought earlier for herself. Without hesitation, she broke it into small pieces and gently offered it to the babies. One baby paused, tasted it, and slowly stopped crying. The other followed. Within moments, their cries turned into quiet giggles. Tiny hands reached toward her. Their faces lit up. They laughed, played with her fingers, and leaned toward her as if they trusted her completely. She smiled warmly, talking softly to them, fully present in that moment. When the father returned, holding food in his hands, he stopped walking. What he saw froze him. His twin sons were laughing, calm, happy, safe, in the arms of a dark-skinned woman he had never met. He watched silently, noticing her gentle movements, her patience, her natural love. Then he noticed a white-skinned sister standing nearby, arms crossed, cold expression, not even trying to hide her disinterest. In that moment, something deep inside him shifted. A year ago, he had lost his wife, the mother of his children, in a tragic accident. Since then, he had been searching not for beauty, not for status, but for someone with a heart strong enough to love his children as her own. Standing there in that airport, he felt like fate was answering him. He thanked the dark-skinned sister softly. She smiled and said it was nothing, that anyone would do the same. But he knew the truth. Not everyone would. Days later, their paths crossed again. Conversations grew. He learned about her values, her patience, her way of seeing life. His children grew attached to her quickly, laughing whenever they saw her. The white-skinned sister watched all of this with growing jealousy. She couldn't understand why she, with her beauty and confidence, was invisible, while her dark-skinned sister was chosen so naturally. One evening, the young man spoke from his heart. He told the dark-skinned sister about his loss, his children, and his hope for a future built on kindness. He asked her to become his wife, not because he needed someone, but because his heart trusted her. She accepted with tears of happiness. The white-skinned sister stood frozen, shocked, unable to believe what she was seeing. For the first time in her life, beauty and attitude had failed her, and kindness had won without effort. A kind heart does not ask for rewards, yet life always finds a way to return kindness in unexpected forms. When you treat others with love, compassion, and patience, destiny quietly notices, because in the end, it is never the color of the skin or the shine of the face that builds a future. It is the goodness of the heart that decides who truly deserves happiness.